Hey friends, happy day, happy day, happy day, happy day. Welcome back to the vlog. So, as I posted on my page, I ended up with a sinus infection. So currently I am on antibiotics and a steroid to feel better. I feel a little better, still a little congested, but that's just kind of where we're at now. So we're gonna kind of start this over. We're gonna go ahead and do thriller horror week, to make up for what I missed last week. And so when I originally spun the wheel last week, I got a couple of different books. I read one of them and when I was filming my reactions and stuff. And so I will go ahead and talk about that one in a little bit. Cadence and I have to run some errands, but I'm gonna run by the library because there's a couple books. There's a couple books there I want to pick up. I did read before my plague. I did read We Spread by Ian Reid, and I enjoyed it, and I'll talk a little bit more about it. I'll give you more details. But I have a 10 o'clock appointment I have to get to. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do that. I want to say hi, welcome back. Apologies, I ended up just down and out. I still don't feel 100%, but I'm up enough for this to start filming again. And then I think we're gonna go and pick up some fun fall treats and start that process, because I'm going to try to make this week, since I'm doing horror thriller themes, I'm gonna try to watch some fun scary movies. I'm gonna make some fall treats. I'm gonna get myself in the mood for fall, because I am in the mood for fall, even though the weather that has been going up and down, I'm pretty sure is the reason I ended up with a sinus infection, but such is life. So here we are, here we go. Happy day to you, and I will catch up with you guys in a bit. Bye. Hey guys. So didn't get a lot of errand running done today. I went to my appointment and then I went out to, there's this store that I like that sells gently used kids clothes. They have really great prices on some really awesome stuff, name brand stuff. And so I went out there because they started their coat sale today. So I went ahead and picked up winter coats for Charlie and for Cadence. So hopefully the one for Charlie fits, otherwise I have to take it back. But so I did that, and then I guess my body just said, you know what, I'm gonna give you the finger, you need to go lay back down. So I'm back home. So my big plans to go and get stuff to make fall treats are just gonna have to wait until maybe this weekend, and then we'll go from there. But my body was just like, you're overdoing it. You've been laying around for the whole week. Go home, go sleep. So I'm not sleeping, but I am gonna go take a shower. Hopefully that'll help me feel better. Sit in the hot water for a little bit, clear out the sinuses. And then I'm gonna relax and I'm gonna read. And when I get out of the shower, I will chat with you a little bit about We Spread. And then I think I'm gonna start Craven Manor. So we'll go from there. I hope you guys are having a blasty blast. And I'm gonna go do the things I said I was gonna do. Yeah. Okay friends, so I am out of the shower and I do feel a little better, a little more alive. I've made a protein coffee, so I'm hoping that helps. Cadence and I just played a couple rounds of Guess Who Animal Edition, so we did that. I've not started reading or anything yet, but while I have you, I'll go ahead and I'll talk about We Spread. I already returned it to the library, so I'll put like a snippet up there or something. So We Spread is technically considered a horror book. It's not a normal horror book in my opinion. Like it's more of a realistic horror, I guess, in a way. You're following Penny. Penny is an older woman who lives in her apartment by herself. Her husband has passed away, and she's doing okay, you think, things of that nature. And then she has a fall, and she is taken to a retirement home that only has 6 people total that are there. 4 of them are residents, and 2 of them run the place. And she's made to believe that this decision was made between her and her husband before he passed away, and he set her up with it and all this kind of stuff. And so she's there, and then weird things kind of start happening. Like, she starts to kind of feel like there is something sinister going on, and the people that work there are harming them in some way, only to find out that that's not really what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and put spoilers down here if you don't want to hear what's going on. In 3, 2, 1. So basically what ends up happening is the horror aspect of this story, and the reason I believe it's more of like a realistic horror, is because it's the horror of aging in the long run. Like, it's one thing I think almost everybody can say that they're afraid of, is they're afraid of getting older. They're afraid of their body betraying them. They're afraid of their mind betraying them. They're afraid of becoming more fragile and having to rely on other people, and they don't want to do that. And so the horror in this book really is the aging process and how much your life can change while you're aging. And so in the end of it, you basically find out that she has dementia. And so it's not anybody doing anything to her, but the reason she's like, her brain is playing tricks on her, and the reason she's, you're about to get that all up in my coffee. And the reason she is struggling to keep track of what's going on, and the reason she only feels like she's been there for a couple of days, even though in reality she's been there for like 3 years, is because of the dementia. And so that is why I'm calling it a realistic horror, is because it is, the reason it is scary is because it is inevitable. Not everybody will end up with dementia, but everybody will end up with bad knees, like she talks about, and a bad back, like she talks about. So that's just kind of like, and not everybody will end up with those things either, I guess, but in the long run they could. You know what I mean? And also, you know, one of my biggest fears is my mind and my memories going away. So I get that. I get that on that level. So I gave it 4 stars. It was good. It was easy to read. It was very quick. I did walk away from it going, what did I just read? And really had to sit back and think about it for a little while, but I did enjoy it. It was, I say, very realistic into what is going on in worlds today with older adults and things of that nature. So it was good. I had a good time with it. So now I'm gonna read Craven Manor. This Craven Manor. I have been told it is a cozy horror. Do I know what a cozy horror is? No, I've never read a cozy horror. So Craven Manor, it's about this guy. His name is Daniel. He is living on he's agreed to go be a groundskeeper for a mansion, or a manor that is empty, basically. Well, he thinks it's empty, and apparently a candle flickers on in the house. He's staying in the groundskeeper's cottage, and he sees a light come on in the big house, and so he's not quite sure what's going on. Sinister kind of things, scary kind of things. So there's that. That is the book I will be starting some point today. As you can see, I am sitting on my couch. I have my little ghost blankie, and Cadence and I have decided to watch Hocus Pocus. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna look at some emails for work, and then we're just gonna kind of go from there. So yeah, we're gonna watch Hocus Pocus and hang out, and then what the rest of the evening entails. So let's do it. I put a spell on you. Alright, so tell them why we're walking.
We're walking to my school.
What's today?
My first day of school.
My first day of school. First day of 2nd grade. Yeah. We're having a nice little walk. I'm gonna go for a walk after I drop this one off, get my steps in, you know.
My friends.
And then today's a work day, so it'll be good. And this will be the first day.
I mean, Dad's work day.
Well, I have to work too. And it'll be the first day in like the entire summer that I will not have any children in my house while I work. It'll be a good day. You're gonna have a good day? Say yeah. First day of second grade. Say let's go.
Let's go.
Friends, lovers, countrymen, lend me your ears. No, not really. Hi, how you doing? It's Monday. I'm doing the best I can. I am finally, it seems that I am over the hump of the evil sinus infection. So I'm still on antibiotics and still on a steroid, but I feel much better. So much better that I actually took like a 1.5 mile walk this morning after taking Cadence to school, and I've just kind of been being productive, cleaning up the house, because I was sick for a week, so a whole lot of cleaning did not get done. So I am just trying to do that. I am working, I am doing productivity sprints in order to keep myself focused and on task. I have some YouTube going on in the background. It's been a very chill morning, and now it is here, it is noon, and I need to go make myself some lunch. But that is in another moment. I wanted to give you an update on Craven Manor. I am officially over halfway through. It is good. It's getting better. I am enjoying it. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit spooky. Not quite sure who Daniel's boss really is or what he really is. I feel like he's more of an entity, but we've run into some ghosts. We're having a time in the manor. I'll give you that. We're having a time in the manor, and it's starting to get uber creepy. So we'll see how it goes. I hope to finish it today, actually, because I want to finish this today, because I would really like to start House of Hunger, because this has been on my TBR for, well, since it probably came out. So I really want to read it, and it's a good little spooky book, and I'm excited. So I want to go ahead and read this one after I read Craven Manor. So, because this was also recommended to me. It's been recommended to me several times. I mean, it's been on my radar for a long time, and then lots of other people are like, hey, you want something spooky, you should read this. And even if it's not spooky, it is vampires, so I like vampires. So that is my goal, to finish Craven Manor and then read House of Hunger. Craven Manor, like I said, is going well. You have been introduced to Daniel. Daniel is now running this. He's now the groundskeeper for Craven Manor. Craven Manor is abandoned, well, you think. And he is sleeping in like the gardener's house, and he has all these rules that he has to follow. Like, he has to be in his cabin by midnight, and the blinds need to be drawn. He can't have visitors on the property, things of that nature. And he cannot go into this tower, and he's heard some weird sounds coming out of the tower. His host and boss, Bran, has said put salt in front of the door, things of that nature. You never really see Bran. He does write letters and notes to Daniel, but then, and they do talk, but you never get a physical look at Bran. At least you haven't yet. So I don't really, that's why I said I don't know what he is, who he is, or even what he is. I'm thinking he's an entity of some kind. There is this weird black cat that keeps getting talked about, so I'm real curious to see what that's about and how that's gonna play into it, because Daniel feels really bad about this black cat because he's obviously malnourished and not taken care of real well. So he's trying to get him to eat, and he's trying to get him to do all these things, and he's just kind of a weird cat. And I don't really know what the cat has to do with this, but I'm really hoping to find out soon, because I love a cat and I really, really want to know, like, why is this cat being so weird? You know? So I'm gonna work on that for sure. Chapter 18, I'm on page 157, and there's 298 pages. So almost there, my friends, almost there. So yeah, there you go. There's that. There's an update for you. Like I said, Caden started school today, so my house is extremely quiet because both the kids are at school, and I can actually focus, which is new for me, because whenever they're home, it is hard for me to focus because Cadence wants my attention or Charlie needs something. And so it's nice. It's nice. It's quiet. I can kind of do whatever I want. Like, I don't have to worry about, I can make my own lunch. I don't have to make lunch for 3 people. It'll be good. It'll be good. Cadence was a little nervous because she has a new teacher this year. And by new teacher, I mean like she has a teacher that's new to the school that she goes to. And so she was a little nervous. They met at the parent teacher night and she said that she was nice and she was sweet, but I don't know. She gets real nervous. She's one of those kids that's like, I don't want anybody to not like me. So here's hoping that that goes okay. And Charlie's freshman year so far is going great. So we're doing really, really, really well there. Right now, currently, I am dealing with some neighbor drama. Our dog, Heath, is our young one. He's 7. He likes to jump the fence. And there is a dog, there are 2 dogs, two houses down from us that he likes to try to get over to. And I guess my neighbor has had enough, and he doesn't do anything wrong, and he comes back pretty quickly. Like, I yell at him and he comes back pretty quickly. He doesn't dig, he doesn't pee, he doesn't poop, he doesn't do anything in this guy's yard. And normally he has a special collar. He has one of those collars that like vibrates, beeps, and does that high frequency, not necessarily a shock, but it is like a high frequency thing where he maybe feels like he's being shocked. But we very rarely use the shock feature because we don't have to. Like, the vibrate gets him to focus. And he's just one of those types of dogs where he's not untrainable, but he is very, very hard to train. And so he was doing really well for a long time not jumping the fence because we had this collar on him. And now we can't find the remote to that collar, and so then he jumped the fence 3 times in a day with Charlie out watching him. And I've noticed that with Charlie, he doesn't listen as well, and so with me, he listens really well with me, and he listens relatively well with Justin, but it's more like I'm the alpha in the house, I guess, in his eyes. And so whenever I take him out, he doesn't usually jump the fence. And so I've been taking him out in the mornings and then the afternoons. I haven't really been making Charlie do it. He has stayed contained. Well, this morning he jumped the fence again. And so I very quickly got on Amazon and ordered him a new collar. It came today. I have it. It's charging. But what happened was, I guess my neighbor decided he was over it and he called animal control on us 2 weeks ago. So now we're like on high alert. We're kind of freaking out because I don't necessarily like animal control, and I don't even like calling animal control on other people. Like, I've been tempted. There's a German Shepherd that just wanders around my neighborhood and he doesn't get into anything. He doesn't bother anybody. He's not getting in anybody's trash, but he gets out of his owner's house or out of his owner's backyard and just wanders the neighborhood or lays in the owner's front yard, you know. So he's not bothering anybody, and when you get close enough, he runs off. So he's not even like a threat. And Heath is not a threat. Like, not at all. Like, he's not gonna hurt anybody. He wants to be loved. He wants attention, and he really likes to play with other dogs. So unfortunately, the dog that 2 houses down are the ones he wants to play with, and they are outside all day, every day, until the owner leaves for work, until she comes home from work, and they're just out there. And so he's constantly seeing them, constantly, yeah. So it's real ugly. And so I ordered him a new collar, and I'm just praying that I've been like on pins and needles all morning, afraid that animal control is gonna knock on my door again, because the last thing I need is animal control taking away my dog because he's a nuisance and we can't get him under control. And so that has caused a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress, just because I don't want to lose my dog, and I don't want the kids to lose their dog, and I don't want my husband to lose his dog. And so why dogs don't just understand that I am trying to do this to help you, I am trying to protect you, why won't you just love me and stay in one place? I don't get it. I don't get it. So here's hoping. I let him out, went out this morning, I went out this afternoon with him and put him on the leash. And then we're gonna try the collar tonight and see how it goes. And then hopefully we'll be back on track and I don't have to deal with animal control anymore. Or my neighbor. I think what bothers me the most about my neighbor is he didn't even try to like talk to Justin or I. He's only ever made comments about Heath jumping the fence to my children. And that's not okay in my opinion. Like, if you have an issue, just come over and talk to me or my husband, and I will tell you what we are doing to try to fix the problem, instead of calling animal control. Like, my dog is not a nuisance. My dog jumped your fence. Like, come on. And he comes right back. And I'm doing the best I can, and I yell and I scream and I call him a bad dog and I do all the things I'm supposed to do. Again, we're trying to rectify the situation. We are trying to make it better, and I'm really hoping that this does the trick, because my heart can't take it anymore. My brain can't take it anymore. I'm just over it, you know what I mean? So, neighbor drama, I'll keep you posted. Woohoo! Otherwise, things are okay. I think I'm gonna go and make myself some lunch. I think for the most part, I haven't really been eating a lot, so I think I'm just gonna go slice up some cheese and crackers and maybe some pepperoni and go from there for the first round of snacking. So I made a very large coffee this morning. Like, I put it in a 40-ounce cup. It's not all coffee. There's a protein shake in there, a little bit of coffee, not a little bit of coffee, a lot of coffee. And I did my protein, marshmallow protein and almond milk to make a creamer. And so it's a big cup with a lot of coffee, but you know, I don't know. I needed it today, I guess. I don't know. This is where we're at, my friends. Yeah, we're gonna see how the day goes. So yeah, I'm gonna go do all the things I said I was gonna do. Snack. I have my water already, so we're good there. So snack, and I'm gonna try to get some Craven Manor read because I really do want to get it done today, so I can start House of Hunger. Because I want to start House of Hunger. I want to start House of Hunger. So full disclosure, I'm also waiting for this to start. We are going into the autumn equinox for the magical readathon. I have not made any decisions about what I'm going to do, if I'm going to participate in the magical readathon or not, but I'm going to watch the announcement video and see how I feel about the prompts, and if I can make books that I want to read or books that I'm in the mood for work for them for September, then I will maybe try to see what I can do, but we'll see. I'm not making any promises, but I'm excited to see what she comes up with this time. If you've never actually done the magical readathon, I do recommend it. It is fun if you're really into the magical readathon aspects, or if you're really into the readathon aspects of everything. And she has all of her information. So this is Book Roast, and she has all of her information. All of this is all over here, and you can find them. You can find links to to her Google Drive, where she has all the other previous information, other videos, things of that nature. It says start here if you're new, other Aurelium videos, things of that nature. So Book Roast hosts it. It starts in September. So I'm going to be listening with a couple friends on the Discord to see how it goes. We were like counting down the minutes. They are. Anyway, I'm just going to see if I'm going to do it at all. So, all right, I'm going to eat my lunch. Bye. Hello my friends, how are we doing this fine day? So as you can see, I am in the office working hard, or hardly working. I'm kidding, I'm working really hard. I'm at work obviously, and working very, very hard, but that's just, it's the daily grind, you know. So I have a little bit of an update for you. I did finish Craven Manor. I don't have it with me, so we're gonna do that thing that I can do. Magic of editing. And it was okay. I gave it 3.5, 4 stars. It wasn't anything to like write home about. It was unique in its storytelling, and that instead of it being a big scary, well, instead of one of the main characters being a big scary entity, he wasn't big and scary, but he was an entity. All in all, it was good. It was recommended to me as a cozy horror, and I can see kind of where that comes from. It's very, there's not a lot of crazy high stakes. So it was very, I wasn't too worried. There wasn't anything that I needed to necessarily be worried about. There wasn't anything keeping me on the edge of my seat. Nothing's gonna keep me up at night. But it is definitely a horror. You got your abandoned manor, you've got your entities, you've got the guy alone in the woods, you've got your big bad in there too, and a couple of big bads actually. So it's definitely more, some of it is graphic. There are parts that are pretty graphic, but usually it was nice. It wasn't too over the top. So I do recommend it if you like horror books. It was definitely, like I said, a unique storyline. Not something that I expected, but you also could kind of see it coming. You know what I mean? I did figure out who the cat is. I did figure out exactly what Bran was. So who he was, I guess. You do figure out all that, I promise. And now I have moved on to House of Hunger, which so far is very good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm halfway through it, like right at the halfway mark. I've been listening to it while I work today, and it's very good. It's not vampires, it's just rich, noble people who drink blood to stay healthy. And it's really good. I like the story. I like Marion. She's the lead. She's our protagonist, I guess, in this. It's really well written. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen next. I never quite know, you know. It's an interesting type of story, and what draws a person to do things they maybe wouldn't do normally. Like what draws a woman to decide to be bled for noble houses in the north. What led her to that? And you figure out what has led her to that type of lifestyle. It's a much better lifestyle. It's a much nicer lifestyle. She's catered to, she gets great food, she gets great dresses. So she becomes like an elite, you know, but at what cost? And that's the cost. That's what I'm trying to figure out, friends. I'm trying to figure out what is the cost of all of this, because right now it's not so bad. There's a weird little mystery happening, but so far, not so bad. Really well written. I'm really enjoying this book. Makes me want to pick up, what is it? Year of the Witching or something. The other one she wrote. I don't remember the name of it at this moment, so don't be offended. Anyway, so I have been pretty high on life today because I had a really good morning. There wasn't any rushing to get out the door with the kids. There was nothing stressing me out. But I have tried a new blend of coffee. So I do iced coffee in the morning in the summer. And so this one is Stoke. It's Stoke brand. And it's like their espresso. So it had extra espresso in it. And then on top of that, I'm still on the steroid from my last week's sinus infection. So I've been very jittery, very hyper kind of all day with no outlet. Like I have no outlet to exert my energy. So it's been rough. So instead, when I haven't been working, obviously, because I've been checking emails, making calls, that kind of thing, I have been putting all of my energy into night school. Not really. Not the type of night school you would think, but it's for readathon. Because even though I told myself I wasn't going to go down the rabbit hole for the magical readathon, I think I'm going to go down the rabbit hole for magical readathon. But my only plan is to, one, take as long as I need to do it, mix books in there that I want to read, I'm in the mood for, not try to just do but like try to mix it up. And I'm not going to just take September to do it. I'm going to expand it. I'm going to do whatever I have to do. And then our Discord group has like a night school for our magical readathon characters. So a lot of the books that I'm going to read overlap. And again, I'm going to take as long as I want to do it. And I'm going to read all the books I want. And if I'm not in the mood for what's on my TBR, I will find something else to read. I am not going to get myself into a slump. I am going to finish out this year strong like board. That's the goal. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes. I am going to hope to finish House of Hunger today. I don't know if I have another spooky one I can read before the end of the week, but I will see what I can find. Tonight, Cadence has soccer practice, so I will be reading this in the car while I'm watching her play soccer, and we'll go from there for sure. And then I'm going to read tonight too, so here's hoping. Here's hoping. I make no promises that I'm going to get another book in because tomorrow night I'm supposed to go to the Muni. That takes a big portion of my evening, going to the musical theater and whatnot outside. So I'll be doing that. We're going to be seeing Anything Goes. I've never seen Anything Goes. I hear there's lots of tap dancing. So, makes me think of Benny and June when he puts the Johnny Depp movie, when he puts the knife, the forks in the rolls and starts dancing with them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please look that up on YouTube. Please find the clip to that. Johnny Depp, Benny and June, dancing rolls. I recommend it. You'll get a good giggle out of it. Hey guys, I'm home and I'm almost done with House of Hunger. And let's just say obsession is strong.
It is strong. And hunger is also very strong. Anyway, but I have a haul I want to share with you. I got a couple things in the mail that I wanted to share with you. I have fallen victim to many things in my life, but one of the biggest things that I have fallen victim to is the Shein and Temu shopping, whatever you want to call it. So, looks like God's shining down on you over there. Anyway, so I wanted to share that I got, but I also got a book. But we're gonna start with the Temu stuff. Well, Shein. This is all from Shein. So, first things first, I got my new phone case for the spooky season. Yes, I'm so excited. And then I got this fun ghosty book shirt. Justin actually bought me a shirt a while ago. It says haunted by my TBR. It's very true. It's very true. Then I got this ghosty shirt. Look at how cute. It's so cute. And then I got these earrings. They are spider webs, multicolored spider webs, shiny, sparkly. You know how I do. And I got, I should open these so you can actually see them in their entirety. Don't open things with your teeth. It's bad for your teeth. But I got the witchy ghosties little earrings. Look at them. I feel like I should do that with these so you could actually see them. But I've already opened these, so you don't have to worry about me opening them with my teeth and then telling you not to do the same thing. My dentist would agree with me though. Quit opening things with your teeth. You're messing up your teeth. I'm aware. Alright, so this is one of them. Because both of them are kind of big. So, yeah. Shiny. I dropped one. Boop. I'm back. And then I also got these guys. So if you've been around for a while, you know that I'm a huge fan of like horror movies, and that includes like the serial killers that come with them. So it's like Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, Ghostface. But Ghostface is my favorite. Don't ask me why. Well, I actually could probably tell you why, and it is because he is the goofiest serial killer I've ever met. Have you ever seen any other serial killer literally fall over himself all the time? He just falls. And I think it's because of the dress he's wearing. Dude, put on some pants. I bet you could run faster too. Anyway, I think he's adorable and he's my favorite. And so I bought little ghosty face earrings. I have another pair that are actually like knives. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And then the other thing I got from my door. Boo, y'all. I kind of love it. It's cute. But in all honesty, I'm pretty sure I ordered 2 of them. I have that one coming, and then I think I accidentally ordered one from Temu. And they're the same thing. So we'll just I'll have to get creative. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then last, but certainly not least, a lovely book was released today, and I had forgotten that I had pre-ordered it. So my bank account's a little mad at me, but oops. But I got Wisteria in the mail today. So this is the 3rd and final book in the Belladonna series by Adeline Grace. The first 2 books are fantastic. I highly suggest picking them up. And I'm very, very much looking forward to this one, because this one is from the perspective of Blythe, who you meet in Foxglove, or in Belladonna and then in Foxglove again. And so I'm excited. It's on my list to read for fall. So I'm excited. And look how pretty this freaking book is, guys. Like, for real. Like, who needs special edition books when you can get pretty things like these? Look at the inside. Even the inside. Gorgeous. Straight gorgeous. So, I'm very excited to read that one. So yeah, there you go. That was what I came home to. It's all the things that make me happy. I like being happy. So, I am going to have a snack because I'm tired, and then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner for this family of freaks tonight. And then I'm going to get Cadence ready for soccer, and I'm going to finish House of Hunger. $10 says I finish House of Hunger before I even go to soccer practice. And then, I don't know what I'm going to read. We'll get creative. We'll get creative. So I'm at Cadence's soccer practice. Sorry if this angle sucks. Let me get my little dragon out of the way there. It's hard to get a great angle when you no longer have a little tripod to put your camera on. So it's just balancing. That was terrifying. The soccer coach just ran up to my car just to get the soccer ball, but that was terrifying. Anyway, so it's hard to get a good angle when you don't really have anything to set it on. So you're just kind of balancing on my very large dashboard screen. So, but friends, what was this? What is it with horror books and the obsession with fungi and mold and all these other things? That stuff that's the stuff that gives me the heebie-jeebies. It isn't like, let's go kill everybody, let's slaughter them. It's literally talking about touching mold. Makes me shiver. It's weird. So I gave this 4 stars. It was good. Beautifully written. It really was. Like, a lot of times you read some books and you're like, wait, where did that come from? Wait, when did that happen? But this kept a really great storytelling going, and it was really passionate. It was really, like, it was obvious that Alexis Henderson was really excited about what she was writing, and it showed through in the work. And so don't go into this thinking it's about vampires, because it's technically not. But it is a lot of bloodletting. And a lot of weird stuff happens. But it definitely also it kind of shows you what people will do for love and what people will do for money and to get beyond their station if it needs to be done. Desperation. There's a lot of desperation in this, and being desperate to change your way of life, being desperate enough to do things maybe you wouldn't normally do, you know, just to be able to live comfortably or even live at all. So it was really good. It was 4 stars. I will say I didn't necessarily see the ending coming, but sorry. Whew, long day. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I'm highly glad it was recommended to me. So there is that one. If you want a fun little thriller horror, it's definitely a horror book. There's a lot of like horror imagery in here, obviously with vampires and bloodletting and mushrooms and moss and whatever else is involved in these lovely stories of horror. There was even talk of like mushrooms and boils and large things like blooming out of body parts in the last one. And then in We Spread, there was a lot of talk of that kind of stuff too, and like diseases and things. It's just, I don't understand the obsession, but it works for the most part. I'm glad I read this. It was good. I'm impressed by it. Like I said, beautiful writing, really well done. Really great little storyline going on here. Again, talking about desperation, what you'll do for love, what love can do to you in ways, and friendship. Little found family in there too at the end. It was nice. It's a good one. I'm glad I read this. I just wish it wouldn't have taken me so long. But what can you do? It's read now. And I already added it to the I read it on my Goodreads, because you know, don't let anybody ever tell you different. Moving a book from the want to read to the reading to the read shelf, it's like a reward. It's a reward. Saying, I did this. I want to see this on a different shelf. It's a reward. So, there's that. So then I realized I was a teenage slasher from the library, and I wanted to read it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't get into this one pretty deep, if not finish it by Thursday when I'm done filming this vlog. It hasn't necessarily been recommended to me other than through like, hey, you like this book, you may like this book. I haven't really seen people talking about it on different things yet, but I know I wanted to read it, and so I got it. I picked it up from the library, and I'm excited to read it. I had to wait for a while for it. So I'm gonna read I Was a Teenage Slasher, and we're gonna go from there. So this book is about Tolly. It's the summer before Lamisha. We're gonna try that again. La Mesa, Texas, July 1989. It's the summer before senior year for best friends Tolly Driver and Amber Dennison. They're not in the marching band. They're not in the FFA. They don't really count. Amber's the only native student in town, and Tolly's only on the radar due to his father's recent death. This is all about to change. Bodies are going to be dropping fast in the small West Texas town. For a few unbearably hot days that will resonate through the decades and even get made into a TV movie, Tolly and Amber will be famous, notorious even. Finally, everyone will know their names. This is Stephen Graham Jones x-raying the slasher genre, interrogating its motivations over the shoulder and in the voice of the killer itself. From the town he did some growing up in a year he was also 17. The kills will be poignant, the jokes will hurt, and violence will be endearing. Everyone's turned around for Tolly, for Amber, for all of La Mesa, Texas. Be happy you weren't there, be happy you're only reading about it. So, this is gonna probably be more up my alley. Like, I enjoy horror books like this one. I enjoy like the subtle horror. I enjoy that kind of stuff, not like the we're gonna jump out and scare you, but I also really enjoy jumping out and scaring people. And killing people. I shouldn't say that. That's gonna be out there on the internet forever. I personally do not wish to kill anybody. I personally do not think I could do it. But I will enjoy reading about other people doing it. That's what I'm gonna do. So we got about another half hour worth of practice. Justin's making meatloaf at the house, so when I get home I'll be able to eat dinner, which is good because I'm hungry. And then I will be giving Cadence a shower, and then putting her to bed, and then continuing on with this lovely book. And I really hope it's good. I have high hopes, and when I have high hopes, sometimes those high hopes don't work out for me. So I'm hoping. Let me know down in the comments if you've read this yet and what your thoughts are on it. Hopefully someone has read it and someone has enjoyed it, because I need to read about slaughtering people. From the view of the slaughterer. That's what's unique about this book, I think, is it's actually from the view of the killer rather than from like the view of the victims. So we're gonna get to see the whys. I have a psychology degree. Let me tell you, I am totally 100% completely enthralled by the human mind and what it can do, and what it can make you feel, and what it can make you think, and the lengths it will go to protect itself. Boy howdy. And I do have a thing about serial killers, and that's because, and I say that, I don't mean like some smutty, gross, icky thing. I mean, I am fascinated by their brain. I'm fascinated by their brain. And, you know, I like to know kind of how they were made. And if that's weird, then, oh well, I'm weird. You should have known that by now. So yeah, I'm gonna get to reading. Hey friends, how are we doing? Hope we're doing well and drinking your water like I am. So today has been relatively quiet. It is really nice outside. So like all the windows in my house are open and I'm digging it. It's kind of got the fall vibes. I'm ready for it. I even put in my little ghosty earrings. So I'm ready for it. for sure. So like all the windows in my house are open. I'm airing up my house. I'm a happy, happy girl. I lit my fall candles. I'm a happy, happy girl. And what the noise you're about to hear is going to be the garbage man coming to get the recycling. So would that make him the recycling man? Probably. Manhandling you a little. Wow, that guy's rude. Your truck is very loud and very rude. Anyway, wow, you are not straight. Methinks that is good. I have started this guy. I am not far in, like, at all. I'm 20 pages in. And I have a couple of notes. I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about the writing style. I have to get into it a little bit more before I make that assumption. He's kind of, and it makes sense because he ends up being a serial killer, but he's kind of all over the place, and it's like, it's almost like stream of consciousness. So it's taking me a little bit to get into that, which is fine. Also, like, he doesn't italicize things, he underlines them because he says his computer doesn't have the ability to italicize. But I guess that we're just supposed to believe that, right? So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it, but like I said, I'm only 27 pages in, so it's not like I'm crazy far into it or anything like that. And I'm like, I don't know if like the chapters are just really long or if the chapters are like large sections, because this definitely says, you know, Friday, and then I don't see like another chapter until much later. So I don't know. And I feel weird about books without chapters. I don't know why, I just do. So I am intrigued slightly by this guy because I really just kind of want to know how he got where he got. You know what I mean? Like, how do you go from being a kid in high school, minding your own, maybe a little bullied, a little picked on, but then to a serial killer? But he wasn't even bullied or picked on. At least not that we're aware of yet. I guess I'll find out soon enough. So I'm wrapping up some things with work, and then I'm watching Olivia Reads Latte's recent vlog, and then I have to go and get Miss Cadence from school, and then I have to kind of just chill until my aunt gets here later to pick me up because we're gonna go to the Muni. It's the last show at the Muni. We're seeing Anything Goes, classic, fun, lots of tap dancing. So that'll be fun. So we're gonna do that tonight. And then tomorrow, it's just gonna be like another quiet day. I'm gonna work from home for the most part. I have to run into the office and put together a chart for one of the clinicians, but otherwise, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna work from home otherwise. And then that's it. And I'm gonna try to either make a very large dent in this book or get it done before Thursday night. I make no promises, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. That's really the only updates I have for you. Things have been quiet, which we like. I've been sprinting with my friends and hanging out at home and doing my job, and I got on the stationary bike for a whopping 20 minutes this morning before I started feeling a little icky. So hopped off that. Oh look, the rude trash truck is back. I made a protein pancake bowl thing for breakfast, and then I had some chicken nuggies for lunch. Not that you guys need to know that, but whatever. It's fine. I'm also manipulating people into doing buddy reads with me, so that's always fun too. So I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna read this for a bit before I go get Cadence, and then I'll catch up with you guys later. Bye-bye!
Hi guys. So, a little bit of an update. I'm DNFing this. I have made it 105 pages into it, and it is just not holding my attention. It's written very weird. It's all over the place. Ignore how I look. I'm very tired today, and I just can't. I can't do it. There's so many other things I want to read. There's so many other things I want to do with my life. This is just not it for me. So I will be DNFing this. And with that, that is the end of this vlog. Sorry, my camera died. So yeah, as I said, this guy is going back to the library. I just can't, it won't hold my attention. And it's written really weird, and I'm not sure what's going on, and I can't focus on it. So I'm like, there's so many other things I want to do with my life. So with that being said, like I said, this is the end of this vlog for this week. I hope you guys had a really, really, really great week. I hope things are going in your favor. I will start filming again tomorrow, Friday, and I think this week coming up, we're gonna do romanticities. Maybe, we'll see. And then we're just gonna kind of go from there. Hope you guys are living your absolute best life. You are loving yourself unconditionally. And I really hope you guys are reading some really great books. Not this one. And I will see you all next week. Bye.